This video is part of the IOD summer release. For more videos, please follow the link below for the entire playlist. So I was challenged with making this table match these restoration hardware chairs. So I immediately knew I had to sand it down. But in order to keep the table that light color, I knew that I was going to have to apply a coating because if you see here, I'm watering this down and it's turning orange again. So in order to keep it from turning orange when I put the sealer on the wood, I need to give it a coat of some Voodoo Gel Stain. This is an All Naturel by Dixie Belle. And the trick is if you wet your wood first, it won't bite as hard into your wood. It'll give a more even, smooth coat. So that's what I did here. So I'm going to apply this gel stain to the entire base. After the water and the gel stain dry, this is the final look. I love it. Now it'll stay this color when I apply my clear coat. So now for the top, I've got to make sure that I get an even application because you can really see the top more than the bottom. So I'm spritzing with water to make sure that the gel stain goes on super smooth. So I'm just going to give it a little shake again, pour some onto my applicator pad, and I'm just going to go with the grain, back and forth, wiping back till I get the desired look. I can add as many coats of this gel stain as I want. I'm just going to do one because I'm happy with the way it looks. After I apply it to the top, I'm going to go ahead and do it to the apron also. So here's the table. What do you think? I love it, but needs a little bit more. So when I saw this adornment stamp, I just knew I had to use it. First of all, I grabbed my IOD ink. Then I used the stamp pad, and always test it before you put it on what you're going to use. So here I inked it up and I just tested it on a little piece of wood just to make sure I got the impression that I wanted. I started in one place, making sure to hold the stamp down with one hand and pressing firmly with another, never taking a hand off of the stamp so I didn't risk it moving or smearing. I continued to do this process along the entire apron of the table. I just love the way it looks. And it's really easy with the way the stamps are. If you notice here, you can see that it is meant to work side by side every time you put your stamp down. Every time I put the stamp on the table, I re-inked it just so it would be as even as possible. Sometimes it was a little lighter, sometimes it was a little darker, but it certainly adds to the charm of the table. After I finished stamping the apron of the table, I knew I had to seal the top. I chose to use Gator Hide by Dixie Belle. Gator Hide is water resistant, water repellent, which is really good for high use areas. I'm adding 2 drops of the extender by Fusion to allow more open time with the Gator Hide. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to hit that bell because then you'll be notified when I post a new video. Gator Hide can be a little tricky to use, so by adding the extender, it makes it way more user-friendly. So I chose to roll my Gator Hide on. You can roll it, sponge it, or brush it. This allowed me just to give it a nice, even, flat coat. Now you can see in the sun that I missed a few areas. That's why I always get down low and take a peek to see where I've missed areas. Having the extender in the Gator Hide will allow the Gator Hide still to be open so you can still manipulate it. Sometimes it dries super fast and it'll pull, so adding the extender certainly helps. Once I have it on, I give it one more final look and see if I missed any areas. Now it's on to the apron of the table. Once the table dries, I'm bring it inside and take a look at it. Look how beautiful it turned out. Finally, I'm going to give it a light sanding with an 800 grit just to smooth down the Gator Hide. Then I'm going to stick my chairs around it, stage it, and it is done. I absolutely love the way this table turned out. I love it so much that I took it home. Thank you for joining me with Creating with Shannon at Pick and Boots.